Hello, good evening, dear viewers. It is time once again for another session of our Pathfinder campaign. Let's go over what we did last week, shall we? So, luckily, it's a pretty short recap here. We basically did a shopping session. Before that, Ursula made some bullets. Dino worked on harvesting more scales from the ancient white dragon. And then all of you went over to the Kaijitsu Manor to put in a good day's work in helping to prepare the building for its eventual transformation into an orphanage and a school. With that came some questions, who's going to teach the kids? What are we going to teach the kids? Is there any desire to use some of the space as a sort of a private school to help fund the operation of the building? How long until it's ready? All of these were given reassuring answers from by Mako, letting you all know that by the time you're all done saving the world, that the building should be ready to go and that none of you need to worry. With that, you all went off to Magnamar to do some shopping. So, some examples of items purchased. Dino and Lily each bought a pair of boots of the cat. Ursula got herself a ring of grit mastery and some caltrop beads. Dream got a bone razor. He got a ring of swarming stabs. He got a tunic to help him with his concentration. Cade picked up a mask of the mesmerist. Cat bought some musical items, including a harp and the clamor box. And Lily also got a vest of surgery. Cade gave up their circlet of persuasion, giving it to Cat rather than selling it. You guys sold off a bunch of other things that you felt that you no longer had any use for. And then once you're all done, you guys made your way over to Lily's childhood home to
All I'm gonna
enjoy.
say is Kat is one-upping her sea shanty game.
Okay. Good. I'm looking forward to it.
I want to get that bone, not the bone, the blow dart gun.
Dagger bone?
at some point.
Know that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's super easy. That's like I said, those are dirt cheap. I'll add it to your sheet in a minute, but yeah, it's just 2 gold. You just walk into any weapon shop and find it in Magmar. But yeah, so you went to Lily's place. You enjoyed the company of her mother and brother, including a meal and some tea, and there was some funny stories exchanged, such as how Chomper got the High Lord title, and just a general overview of how your adventuring has been going. But at the end of the night, you guys elected to stay there for the evening. So we will pick up from there, and real quick, I will just do the necessary maintenance to put this blowgun onto Dream's character sheet. Okay. So, as I said, everyone drifts off to sleep. A few minutes later, everyone hears the same sound. It is the sound of a group of swallowtail butterflies as they fly by outside of the house, and the sound is loud enough to wake all of you. Um, However, as you all awaken, you are not wherever you decided to crash for the night. You are all in the dream world, and this time you're all there together in one place.
Nice.
Um, the lighting, it's pitch black at first, but the lighting slowly comes up from the ground, and you all look down and you realize that you are standing in the center of a massive Sahedron rune. All around you, you see the butterflies now, dozens of them fluttering about. Their wings are glowing, brilliant colors of blues and shades of blues and purples mostly. And the combined sound of their wings as they fly about creates sort of like a low, like a humming sound throughout the whole space. And a few moments later, you all begin to hear the voice of the great dreamer. And she says, "Welcome, brave heroes. Your final challenges are approaching. Please, take your places." And at this point, each of you feels drawn to the point of a compulsion almost to the point of the Sahedron room that matches the sin that you most associated with while you were inside Runeforge. So, Dino and Ursuline, you head to the north to where the greed point would be. Dream goes to the northwest to the gluttony point. Cade goes straight west to the wrath point. Cat to the southeast to the lust point, and Lily northeast to the sloth point. And once you're all standing where you need to be, Desna the Great Dreamer, she says, "Very good. Standing before me now are 6 sinners who have each become virtuous in their own ways. Those who have taken a great interest in your progress, myself included, have seen fit to grant each of you a boon. You will each be presented with 6 items, each of which holds a great significance to the victories from your past and will provide you with something to facilitate your success in the future. Of these items, you may choose only one. To assist in your decision, touching any of the items will reveal their properties, but you may only do this for up to 3 of them. Once you've touched 3, the next one you touch is your choice, so choose wisely. In order to facilitate this going smoothly, what we're going to do is nobody's in combat. I just want everybody to roll initiative, and that'll determine who gets to go first.
I am mildly concerned that you said we're not in combat, but roll initiative.
I promise you there's no combat here.
I may or may have gotten slightly lower when I saw the turn order. Just don't worry about that.
This sounds like lies, but I trust you.
At 20, come on! Take it.
Can I re-roll since I didn't click my token?
A lot of you didn't click your token, but no, the first roll is what stands.
Womp.
6, and then I am missing. Am I missing anybody? Just need a roll for Lily. We'll be using the usual dexterity rule, so Ursuline would go before Dream. Lily? Oh, there you are. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, apparently I shocked Alex because my friend's like, I'm craving chocolate. So I had bought chocolate earlier, and I'm like, we have more, because like I have chocolate squirreled away. And for like 10 minutes, I just kept coming back with more chocolate that I kept finding. And she's staring at me like, where is this coming from? Like I said, chocolate scurried away. Not gonna lie, don't know how old some of this is. And Alex is looking at me like, where did all of this come from?
Okay, so at this point, once the Great Dreamer finishes speaking, all of you are teleported away. You are all placed in separate rooms that are dimly lit all around, little like torches on the walls. At the center, there is, of course, a pathway for you to get into the middle. But at the center, you see 6 raised platforms, each one holding an item. Urzlin, you're going first. So your items are as follows. You see a set of blueprints. You see a little figure of a door that is cloaked in shadow. You see a familiar looking like a family like crest or an insignia. Then you see a figurine of a fire pelt cougar. There, and the last 2 items there is a headless doll, and finally a bullet made of pure gold. And remembering the rules laid out to you by Desna, you can touch up to 3 of the items to learn what they do. And at that point, you can pick one of the items that you've learned about, or you can take one of the others on blind faith that it'll do something that you want. So which one would you like to learn about first? I can't hear you. I still cannot hear you. Nope.
Forgetting that she has push to talk on.
Well, she's coming up like she's talking, but I'm not hearing anything coming through. She's not muted or deafened or anything. I just don't hear her voice. Nope.
Check Discord's voice inputs. They might have auto done to something weird.
Yeah, check your voice and video input settings. That's usually the number 1 culprit when something like this happens.
The best of us.
Yeah, of course. It sort of is a game show, yeah. Almost like Let's Make a Deal if you think about it.
Yeah. The
Okay.
blueprints.
Okay, so you want to know about the blueprints, the bullet, and the crest. Okay. So, we'll start with the blueprints. You recognize these blueprints as the first schematics that you ever drew up. The seeing this again brings back memories of your youth and your passion for gunsmithing and inventions. If you choose the blueprints, you will receive a +5 bonus on all of your craft checks. Next, you walk up to the bullet and you touch the bullet, and this fills you with a rush of different feelings. Although you've embraced the ways of the witch, your more recent endeavors have been in an effort to improve your firearm capabilities. You've developed a new launcher prototype that you're excited to try, and you also decided to immerse your rifle in the empowering waters of the Rune Forge to make it even stronger. In a fight, you've always known deep down that you're 1 bullet away from victory, yet you realize that your rash decision making leaves no room for extra precautions. As you consider what may come next, you think that now might be the time to seek reliability from your tools. If you select the golden bullet, your rifle from this point on will only misfire on a natural 1. And finally, the crest. So, as soon as you place your hand on the crest, you are filled with thoughts of back when you and your friends had to deal with the Skin Saw Man, Aldrin Foxglove. This is the Foxglove family insignia. You vividly recall the stalking and the unwelcome advances that he made towards you, and you vow to never let it happen again to yourself or to anyone you love. If you choose this item, you get a +5 bonus to your intimidate. So now you can choose one of these three, or you can pick something else entirely, but you won't know what it is until the decision is final. Your rifle will only misfire on a 1, as opposed to 1 to 3. You want that? Okay. So you walk up and you grasp the golden bullet, and after a moment, it dissipates from your grip. The benefit is received, of course, and you are transported out of the dream. But yes, from now on, your rifle, and only your rifle. This doesn't apply to your other guns, but your rifle will now only suffer a misfire on a 1. And I've also updated that on the weapon description, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. So, Dream, in your room, since you're next, you see following items. Your 6 items are first, there is a figurine of a panther with an owl perched on its front shoulders. There is a pile of shattered glass. There is an effigy that resembles the scarecrow from the shadow clock. There is what looks like a tentacle from the fearsome black Maga enemy that you encountered in Turtleback Ferry. There is the fist of a stone giant. And finally, you see a gluttony rune. Looks exactly like the ones that were all over the walls in that part of Runeforge. So, which items would you like to know about?
I want to know about the panther and the owl.
Okay. So you reach in and you touch that one. It fills you with a warm feeling of knowing that there are kindred spirits all about you, and Babu's initial transformation when you first came here has proven to be fruitful and something that he seems to enjoy. But you, of course, never forget what he once was. And this feeling will grant you even more control over the various implements that you attempt to use when you're in a battle. So this item will give you a +5 bonus to your use magic device skill.
Okay.
Yep, we can hear you now.
Want to know about the tentacle?
Okay. The black Maga tentacle. So you place your hand on that, and you remember the flooding. You remember the stranded bunch of school children and their teacher from that day. You remember just the horrid creature that attacked. And it caused some destruction and mass panic, but thanks to you and all of your friends, everybody managed to survive. As you reflect on this event, you resolve yourself to remain mentally prepared for anything. And if you choose this item, you get a +1 insight bonus on will saving throws.
Okay. What were the other ones?
Pile of shattered glass, scarecrow effigy, the fist of a stone giant, and a gluttony rune.
I want to know about the gluttony rune.
Okay. As you place your hand on the rune, the first thought that comes to you is that gluttony to you isn't a sin. You've seemed to have at least partially lived your life by the saying, if some is good, then more is better. And that's motivated you to make a lot of choices in your life, whether that's for better or worse. When your adventuring career began, you were strongly attuned to the spiritual world, and you once held a great respect for the circle of life. Now you've embraced the corruption of undeath, and though you're not an evil man, you've certainly done your share of sinning. You know that you require more thralls, and you're going to get them. The benefit here is the DC of your Slay Living spell increases by 1.
Okay.
So you can choose one of those, or you can choose the proverbial mystery box with any of the other 3 items.
I think I'm gonna go with the panther and the owl.
Okay, so you take the kindred spirits item. That is a +5 to use magic device. Okay, done. And as you choose the item, you watch as you're holding it in your hand, the panther starts excitedly running in circles, and the owl also is like mimicking its pattern, just flying overhead. After a few seconds, that item disappears, and you are transported out of the dream. Okay, Dino. Your items. You see a dinosaur egg, a broken blade, a rose with blood dripping off of it, a figurine of the Skull Ripper construct, that big scorpion thing from Skull's Crossing. You see a figure of the Black Tower from the Jorgenfist Fortress. And finally, you see a greed rune.
First item I want to know about is the dinosaur egg.
Okay, so you place your hand on the dinosaur egg, and a rush of emotion comes over you as you realize this is basically an exact replica of the egg that Chomper hatched from. It reminds you of your roots. It reminds you of everywhere you've been, as well as the sobering thought of what your life would be like had you never met Chomper. If you choose this egg, you gain a +5 bonus to knowledge nature.
Next, I want to know about the broken blade.
Okay. This broken blade comes from a place that could have been, but thankfully never was. Although your magic power grows ever stronger, you can't ignore that your your brute strength guides your scimitar with expert precision. If you choose the broken blade during the first round of combat, you gain a +2 to damage rolls with your scimitar against any target that's flat-footed.
Mm. Next, I'm going for. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Fuck, I'm curious. I am curious about the greed rune.
Greed rune. Okay, so as you place your hand on the greed rune, you realize that the sin itself of greed was once second nature to you, and the object of your greed didn't matter much, whether it was gold, items, or power. You've made a habit out of making sure that you get yours no matter what. More recently, you've managed to reverse these urges, finding ways to be generous to those close to you. In this moment, you consider how obtaining a greater yield can help your friends, and you know just the thing. If you choose the greed rune, the limit of good berries you can produce per cast is increased to 3d4 rather than 2d4.
Very curious about the skull, but I can't go with it.
Well, you can. You just don't know what it is until you choose it. Although I wouldn't. I can say that I didn't. I didn't think you would be the one to go for the mystery box. So
Can't go for the mystery box. I'm going with dinosaur egg.
okay. So +5 to knowledge nature. Okay. All right. So yeah, you hold Chomper's egg. You hold it close, and eventually it disappears, and you are also teleported out of the dream. Okay, Cade. Your items. You see uh, your family seal, except that it has been warped almost beyond recognition. You see a long serrated sword. You see a miniature Sahedron rune. There is also a sort of like a coalescence of ghostly energy. There is a map, and finally a wrath rune. What would you like to know about first?
Cade's pondering over them. And first picks up the ghostly energy.
Okay. The ghostly nymph of the haunted heart bestowed you with her blessing once, and you've done all you can and then some to prove to yourself that she made the right choice. Nymphs are closely attuned to the wilds around them and the creatures that reside within, and you've managed to enhance Miriana's boon within yourself to mirror that affinity. The bonuses from the nymph inspiration that you received will now also apply to the handle animal skill if you select this item.
Okay. I'm going to then put that entity down if I can even, and then put my hand on my corrupted shield. Family shield, crest.
Okay. Hold on. I'm actually going to turn you up because you're pretty soft.
I am. I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right. So you then touch the warped family seal of yours. The twisted seal drives you to learn the truth about your father, is that the thoughts of him overwhelm your mind as you place your hand on the seal. You can feel that you're very close to the answers. They're within your reach. And same for your sense that this will finally bring about the resolutions that you've fought for your entire life to discover. Um, the last sort of communication that um, his influence sort of sent you in previous dreams leads you to believe that he's been altered in some way. And so if you choose this item, you gain a +5 bonus to knowledge planes.
Ooh. And then the serrated whip is the serrated sword. Sorry, is the last thing I touch.
All right. You touch the sword, and you remember who this sword belonged to. This blade was the weapon that was used by Nualia, and the memory calls back to your youth and the later on the bittersweet battle that you endured in Thistletop to foil her plans. You recall her aggression and her skill, and you wish to strike your foes with the same despair that she once did. If you choose her sword, uh, the critical threat range of your hammer increases to 19 to 20.
Ooh. Cade takes a quick glance at the Wrath rune, Wrath rune, and then back to my family crest, and picks up the crest.
Okay.
Just going. Although there are things in this that I want more, the knowledge of what's going on is something I can't ignore. And that's what I'm picking.
Okay. Grab the family crest, hold it close. You go to stick it in your pocket, and before long, you don't feel it in your pocket anymore as you are also transported out of the dream. Okay. Lily, your items. You see a tea kettle. There is a ball of yarn. There are several different types of bandages that are radiating some light and divine energy. There is a spring that is extremely tightly wound. You see a figurine of the Clockwork Librarian from Jorgenfist. And finally, there is a sloth rune. What would you like to know about?
Bandages.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see you were typing in the chat. All right, so the bandages. As you touch the bandages, um, you're filled with the thought that your healing ability is what defines you as an adventurer. You pursue this walk of life because you're looking for an answer to a question that you're not sure has one. But the thought of one day restoring your brother to his full vitality dominates your choices more than it ever has before. If you choose the radiant bandages, you gain 1 additional use of channel energy per day.
Ooh. Lily thinks about it, and then she wants to know about the balls of yarn.
Ball of yarn. In some of the more difficult times in your life, you've had to be twice as sharp as usual to make up for your brother's illness. You recall how sometimes he used to get teased because he never really possessed the proverbial cat like reflexes, as the saying goes. When this is all over, you're going to help him become just as quick as you ever were. If you choose the ball of yarn, your dexterity score increases by 1.
Ooh, not bad. Trying to remember the other items you listed. There's a
Tea kettle, there's a spring, the clockwork librarian, and the sloth rune.
Ooh, the librarian.
Okay, the librarian. You touch the figure of the clockwork librarian, and you've always thought of yourself as an understanding person. You've been kind to others even when the situation may not have warranted it. You've helped others during times when you've needed to help yourself, and more recently, you've taken a greater interest in understanding the properties of the treasures you find on your adventures. Choosing the clockwork librarian gives you a +5 bonus to spellcraft.
Mm. Thinking it over, Lily walks towards the bandages, allowing herself to heal her teammates more. Hey.
So you grab the bandages. Okay.
Mhm.
You pick up the bandages and you think to yourself that these will be the most useful on the next step of your journey. You gain the additional use of channel energy. You, much like Cade did, even though you would have no way of knowing, you attempt to pocket the bandages, but before long you don't feel them in your pocket anymore, and you are transported away. Last but not least, Cat. Okay, Cat, your items. You see a ship in a bottle.
Okay.
You see a set of tiny wings. You see a portrait of Aisha Foxglove. You see a tiefling tail, and before you ask, it is purple. You see an ancient sort of like tome, like a big
Sorry, can you just give me a second?
fat book. Sure.
Okay, I got it out of
On
my system. So ancient tome.
Ancient tome, and finally is a lust rune.
Okay. So if I remember correctly, I can touch each of the objects to learn what they are, but I can only take one, correct?
You can touch up to 3 of them, and then the
I can
next
touch up to 3.
yeah, so you'll know about 3, and then you won't know about the other 3, and then after you've learned about 3, the next one you pick up is your choice.
Okay. So it was the ship, the tome, the I don't even remember who Aisha Foxglove is.
Aldern's wife.
Oh yeah.
The you know, you remember her, like she appeared undead, and she tried to kill him. Like you
Oh
guys led her down to the
All right.
basement. Yeah.
Uh, I'm probably gonna regret this. What's the deal with the tiefling tail?
Okay. So you touch the tiefling tail. There's a part of you that still wonders how Vale and the rest of the Black Arrows have been coming along with the repairs to Fort Rannoch and the rebuilding of their order. There's another part of you that wishes that your time together hadn't been so short, but all the same, you're content to carry the memory with you on your next journey. Choosing the Tiefling Tail gives you cold and fire resistance 5.
Okay. I don't care about the Tomar, just Foxglove. The other things were the wings, the ship, and the Lestron, correct?
Yep.
I'm gonna go for what's up with the Lestron?
Lester. The sins within your soul were never quite as pronounced as those of your friends, but you'd done enough to feel at home in the iron cages of lust. During the various periods of downtime, you developed a romantic relationship with Sava, the armorer from Sandpoint. While you could point to several different moments that deepened the loving feelings, there are none more significant than when she gifted you Vansaya, the crossbow that you had longed for since the day you first saw it in her shop. Ever since then, you've made it a point to put it to good use, and now you'll become even more formidable with it in your hands. Whereas currently, your crossbow will crit on a 19 or a 20. If you choose the Lestern, it will crit on anything from an 18 to 20.
I had a joke I was gonna crack it. I don't remember what it was.
That, of course, you're going to pick the crossbow.
Well, let me see. I hate you,
No, you don't.
but first, I want to know what's up with the ship and bottle.
Ship in the bottle. You recall fondly your days as a silver-tongued pirate on the high seas. And with that, there is that familiar little sense of deceit that begins to reawaken inside your mind. Deception always came naturally to you in your profession. After all, you never thought you'd make it far as a pirate by being honest. Choosing the ship in a bottle gives you a +5 to bluff.
Okay, so Lestron makes my crossbow more powerful.
Yeah,
Now I
you'll.
remember the joke I wanted to make. Of course, the way to a girl's heart is through weaponry. So the crossbow increases
Yeah, you'll
the chance of
threaten.
a crit on my crossbow,
Yeah, you'll threaten more crits with your crossbow.
and then the ship increases my bluff.
Yep, +5 to bluff, and then the tiefling tail gives you cold and fire resistance. Because that is one of the racial abilities that they have.
Vale knew what he was getting into. I'm not too worried about it. Hmm. Bluff or crossbow? Bluff or crossbow?
Or mystery box. I'm kidding.
Bluff or Cat doesn't like mysteries.
Apparently none of you do.
Unless they're her books. Can I bluff my way into getting more than one?
What was that? I'm sorry.
I was joking. I said, can I bluff my way into getting more than one?
That's not how this works.
I know. So Cat's torn because there is something to be said about making the weapon gifted to her by someone she cares about more powerful. And she's been trying to be a more honest person. But she also knows the power a lie can have.
Mm-hmm.
And how important manipulation can be. Essentially, she knows the power of. I'm literally making the choice between brains and brawn, words and weapons.
And the mystery box.
Fuck the mystery box. Can I literally fuck the? Hold up. Can I literally fuck the mystery box?
I mean, anything's possible if you put your mind to it.
Is the mystery box a throuple?
It can be.
Trust the mystery box. It's a mimic.
Yeah, none of you took it.
To be fair, I made it from like. Never mind.
To make another old reference, none of you took the physical challenge either.
I'm gonna go for the bluff.
All right, so you grab the ship in a bottle. As you reach out,
I've gotten this far through talking my way out of shit, so.
in this moment, you think about what it might be like if you were to get back out there on the seas. And as you go to tuck the ship in a bottle away, you are
I try
transported.
very hard.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
No,
I'm
go ahead.
transported out.
You
And I'm
transport
also
out,
trying
but
very hard not to think about the fact that I chose lying over love.
yeah, you know, we can talk about that later, but
That's like I feel a little bit guilty, but I'd like to lie better because Kat's also been trying not to rely on her crossbow as much.
mhm. So, all of you reappear in the places you took on the initial Sahedron rune. The voice of the Great Dreamer reaches to you one more time, and she simply says, "May the decisions you've made bring you victory. Good luck, heroes." And then it fades away for everybody. So, you guys awaken the next morning. First day of the month of Callistril. Name is for the goddess Callistria. You all awaken to a cold and blustery day. You can hear the wind outside the windows as you all arise for the morning.
Kate immediately pats themselves down, feeling for the crest.
Yeah, any of you who attempt to feel around or look around for the items that you selected within the dreams, you do not find them. They did not come with you, but the benefits, of course, did.
So send everyone else because I still have my items. I can make my item.
You can technically make your item.
You can technically make your item, although gold is not a very good material to make into bullets.
That is also true.
No, but gold-plated lead would be fun.
Yeah, I suppose.
Cade's looking around and gets up immediately and just bangs on everyone's door and just be like, okay, meeting down in the inn now. And then I go,
Why are you banging on my door?
oh yeah, I'm not banging on your door, you're with me. I've
And
just
get on the door out of spite. Oh, balls.
But I'm pretty much trying to get everyone to go downstairs and ask them all about their dreams. And just be like, okay, I dreamt this, and it felt really real. Don't have anything to show for it, but also I do. And then kind of goes, and I saw all of you there, so am I the only one who had this dream, or what's happening?
Just took a nap. So, I don't know. You're crazy, Cade.
I'm deciding if I want to make you roll something for that. I'm gonna let it go for now.
Oh, by the way, Tim, all I will say is that Kat is kind of terrified to run into Vale again.
Oh, okay, interesting.
It's like your former sex person.
Former sex person.
Why let you know that having sex with you made me realize I love this other person. So, thanks. Hope you're doing well.
I mean, I thought you were good at lying now, so say something else.
Point being,
Point being dodged.
awkward. So it's ox much.
Oh, there goes my phone. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Okay.
phone.
It yeeted out of my pocket. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting it.
Hello, pole.
Hello, pole. Just the pole. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, Kay's just frantically annoyed at everyone and going, you know what? Fine, whatever. And then sits there and tries to, I guess, think on what the sign that they saw, like the distorted emblem, and try to discern what it means and like what plane or it was distorted from. I don't know if there's something I should roll. If I can roll, I don't know.
Sorry. All I heard was something about a drum at the end. What do you want to know, or what are you trying to do?
Oh, no, the seal that I saw in my dream. I want to know if there's anything about it that I can discern now with like.
Oh. Sure.
Like, so I don't have it, so I'm like in my head trying to remember while I'm sitting there, like waiting to like get some breakfast and stuff down at the bar, waiting for everyone else to come down.
Sure. Let's do knowledge, history.
Guidance.
Boop.
15. Okay. So while the seal itself is not tangible and real in your hands, the symbolism that it carried within the dream was very real. The way that the seal itself had been twisted and warped certainly indicates that your father has made some kind of deal, or which I mean he said as much before that he made a deal, but the deal caused some sort of transformation, something that will render him as no longer like visually recognizable to you when you do encounter him. You'll be well. You may not know that it's him right away.
Fair. You just see like Kate has like this little furrowed brow as they're like eating their like toast and like whatever like sausage or eggs and stuff that the tavern has cooked for the morning. I'm just sitting there holding a table that can hold our whole party, but just by themselves if Ursula has not come down yet either.
Could you imagine like the richest person in Magnemar is the person who like invented toast? Like
Yeah.
he's the absolute madman that looked at bread and said, "Cook it again."
Cook it again.
That
That'll be great.
would be hilarious.
Would be respectable.
Yeah, certainly not like that silly Lord Mayor and all of his greed.
Screw that guy.
Yeah.
Guy who invented toast should be in charge, if you ask me. Way more respectful than the dude who runs things unfaringly, I must say.
Unrelated to any of this, but why are iPhones called chargers and not apple juice?
Very random, but
You just make my brother say what the fuck.
I'm not gonna.
I hear you twice, but at least I hear you, so I'm not gonna complain about it.
Yeah.
There's no fucking winning. I'm just not gonna talk.
No, I like that you're okay.
Yeah, it sounds like whatever you're using has like multiple microphones active.
That's all. It wasn't in a bad way. It was just.
It doesn't even. Yeah, it doesn't even sound. It doesn't even sound bad. It's just a little like feedbacky. That's all.
It's Ursula in stereo.
Surround sound.
Wah, wah, wah.
Thank you.
Oh, Tim, I have surgery tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Best of luck with that, of course.
Yes, so I would like to hop off at like 9:30, which is like 3 hours then.
Yep. Yep. That's all good. I mean,
So, is anyone joining me downstairs?
Sure, why not?
Here eating food by myself, waiting for my team to ignore me.
I'm like actively making fun of you, and I am like giving guidance. So me and Chomper is 100% down there with
That
you.
is true. Chomper.
I want food. Food sounds amazing. Cat is gonna join you for food.
What sounds amazing right now? Toast. Underrated.
God.
Changed my mind.
Well, you can have toast with breakfast. Let's go.
Toast. Bacon.
Once everyone gets downstairs, I'm gonna look at them and be like,
I had to get that one out of the way. But when I rolled it, I said no toast.
you intimidate
You don't
people
want
into
toast,
not
then
giving you
more
toast.
for us.
it's a nat one.
And even though you rolled a 1, it's as you desire. They're just like, whoever this is serving, or yeah, you guys went to
They
like.
gave me toast anyways. I failed.
No, I was gonna have them be like, all right, weirdo, and they just don't give you toast. But
Bread cooked squared.
twice cooked bread.
Squared bread.
Triangled bread is the only way to eat toast.
Cubed, you mean?
Yeah, I think he means like cut diagonally.
Yeah, triangle toast.
That's how you get triangles.
Cubed toast is croutons.
Croutons is just dry bread.
It's just cubed toast.
Dried stale bread.
I'm seeing this happening in character. All of us around the table are just literally eating our breakfast and just debating this.
Yeah, debating bread.
This is 100% what we would do.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying. As far as I'm concerned, this is happening in character. And this
Yeah.
I just assumed it was happening like in game.
I wasn't
Yeah,
sure,
it is.
And I was
It is now.
It is now.
You guys are all debating the merits of different kinds of bread cookery and bread items, as opposed to the thing that Cade wanted to talk about.
Why is cook not a skill?
It's craft.
Nah, it's like profession chef is what it would be.
Damn it.
It should be a skill, especially in like when you're like sitting around the campfire and like you have to make checks to make food. Like you gotta make a cook skill check.
Gee, it's as if it's only there was a certain skill that would give you different professions. Like,
Yeah, but like that's too much work.
too much work.
You arguing with me is exerting a lot of energy, isn't it?
It's a greater degree of
we
control
have-
over your character.
Anyway, Kay, you said something about a dream.
Kay just kind of like looks at them and goes, "Yeah, last night, weird ass dream with Desna. All of you were there. We got gifts. I definitely know more shit about planes than I ever did before. I got a distorted version of my family crest. You, pointing at Ursula, got a golden bullet. Pointing at Dino, you got a fucking egg. You.
You don't know what anybody else picked.
Oh, okay, I didn't.
You were
Okay.
all in separate rooms.
Well, I was waiting for
That makes
You
sense.
together? You said that we both went north.
Well, yes, you went to your spots on the Sahedron together, but when you got teleported away, I said you all got put in separate rooms.
You're
That
right.
you couldn't see each other.
You're right.
I was waiting for Cade to
here's
guess
the thing,
wrongly
though,
that
Cole.
that
Here's the
Cat
thing.
took the tiefling tail.
Wait, what is a plane? I don't know what that is.
I was
It's like
gonna
something
say,
that
why are
would
we
fly.
talking about things that fly?
Kay's just looking exasperatedly up at the ceiling, going,
I'm not going to mention what I was thinking about.
I give up.
Actually, come to think of it,
The voice.
Yeah, no. Kat is definitely not going to mention like what her options were because they're all related to one thing.
The voice in the sky says, "Yeah, you sure did take that tiefling tail."
Oh, excuse me.
I can just imagine, like, just every now and again, a voice in the sky that gets either really proud of us or really annoyed at us, just talks to us and like, "Hey, do the thing."
I don't know what that voice in the sky is talking to. It definitely wasn't me.
Probably was you, Cat.
It's the one god that's gonna kick all the other gods out of history so that he can claim his rightful place as the one true god, and then amass this culture of cultists that follow him and make these buildings where they worship him. Yeah.
I'm sorry. When did we start? I did not know that there was a small gods themed role playing game.
Kate's just literally staring at everyone at the table, putting their head down on the table and just going, I'm going back to sleep.
No sleep, Boney Hut.
Kate.
I'm
No
just gonna
sleep.
poke it in the face.
Kate
No
just
sleep.
over and smirks at Ursula and goes, okay, no sleep, but god damn it, did anyone else get anything? Or am I?
Actually,
Did this
hey,
dream?
you know I'm joking
in a
around.
bottle.
Yes, I also remember that dream. I got an egg that looks exactly like the one that Jumper came out of.
I got a ship in the bottle, and the ship looked like my old ship.
Kate's
So
looking
I
around
had
at
like a
everyone
choice
and
of
like,
6 different things, and
Did-
some of them seem interesting, some I didn't know about. So I just went with what I know best, which is dinosaurs. And I know dinosaurs even better now.
Kate just kind of looks and goes, so we all got presented with options and then got told about only half of them, right?
Right?
Yes. And the other options I given were totally not sex related.
Kate just kind of smirks and looks at
Alright, make a bluff check. I swear to God, make it.
Kate's looking at everyone and then goes, did anyone come back from that dream with the physical?
Why is God not? Oh, there we go. There's the bluff check. Okay. Now I have to make a sense motive check.
Yeah, sure.
So Kate's asking if anyone else got a physical version that they woke up with or not.
I don't think
I don't
so.
know, did I?
I would have noticed if I would have had a dinosaur egg.
Wait, hold
Ursula
on.
is slightly distracted by what Kat says, but then continues to eat.
Wait, Tim. Actually, genuine question: do I have a ship in a bottle now, like physically with me, or?
Nobody got a physical,
Yeah,
tangible item from the dream.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
You've simply
like-
been bestowed with the boons that each of the items gave.
That's like, nope. I got. I got it in the dream, and then I woke up, and there was no ship in a bottle.
Hey, same with the dinosaur egg.
But it seems like we all got boons from it all the same.
Yep.
Okay. The gods in this world do mysterious things, and they are absolutely terrifying, Kate says. And then looks at everyone and goes, so, we're in your city. What are we doing?
Here's what I'm thinking, Kate, right? We sell more shit, we buy more things, go to my parents' place to chill because I need to catch up with them. And then we're going straight to Carl with kicking his ass.
Kate nods and goes, sounds
Who's
like a plan
Carl?
to me."
I don't know the fucker's name. Hazad, Caveman, Carl, something along those lines.
Karzoug.
Carl.
Carl,
Carl.
that kills people.
Oh,
I was
hey.
thinking of Carl Weezer.
I didn't know that. How
Would
could
you
you not
believe me
know
if
that?
I said we were standing in a pool of strawberry jam?
Jimmy's mom.
Boat nectar.
Oh, Jimmy.
Boat nectar. Alright, it's a lovely couple from 2B.
Carl, while they were eating all the crescent rolls.
Carl!
Oh my god, there are people who have no idea what we're talking about, and it's amazing.
Those
And
people
th-
are
and
losers.
and those people are wrong.
Yeah,
My,
take it.
my stomach had the grumblies that only the taste of hands could satisfy.
Okay.
Alright, I'll stop there.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. I just don't want to get too derailed. All right.
What's
So
next?
So Cade's looking around and going, okay, so sell things and buy things that are awesome. Okay.
Indeed.
Cade's just kind of looking at everything they already have and going, I need, maybe a bracer? But other than that, I'm pretty kind of decked out. Oh, a rod! Cade just says, I want to modify my hammer and put a meta magic rod in it.
I don't think that's how rods work, but you can
Ah.
have a rod.
I'm gonna fight you, Dino.
Roll initiative.
Case looking and goes, a rod works by holding it and it existing in your hand as you're using things. So what's stopping me from hollowing out my hammer's literal handle shaft, shoving a rod in there for its support structure, and continuing on my day? And then I can, waving my shield arm at him, be like, still have this, motherfucker!
I'll tell you what's wrong with that. Last time I checked rods, I hold up my rod of meta magic. Something tells me this thing isn't meant for weapon. So as soon as you hit something, it's gonna snap in two, and then you no longer
Oh my
have a
god, I
hammer.
thought he said sapping.
Okay,
smacking.
says yelling at you, and then looks back at Dino and goes, no, it's gonna be reinforced. It's not the Kate just throws their hands up and goes, I'm finding a shop who can tell me whether or not I'm wrong.
Well, can we also go to a shop that sells scrolls? I would like to feed my cat.
I would like to feed my cat.
I'm not even gonna ask, but since most magic shops around here do have plenty of scrolls, sure, we got a lot of shit to sell. Last time, if my memory serves me right, we got a few weapons, we got some armor, we got some
More armor.
bands, we got some rings, we have some capes. We got money. Just gotta go find it.
Kate
So we're gonna.
perks up.
What do you think? What's up, Kate?
Well then, we gotta point me in the right direction for someone who could do magical smithing and also sells a magic rod.
well,
All right.
given that Dino left an item there, it would probably just be right back to the shop you were at.
Okay.
So,
All right, that's the place. We go there.
all right. So back you go to the Naga's Arcana. As you walk in, it is the same kindly older man in the shop. Once again, you've arrived pretty soon after opening, so you're essentially the first customers of the day. And he kind of perks up from the counter that he's standing behind, and he comes out from behind it and greets you all with open arms, saying, "Oh, I didn't expect you all to be back so soon. What can I do for you?"
Kay just kind of immediately unsheaths their hammer and wheels it right in front of them and goes, I want a meta magic rod that I can use, thunk, pointing at the bottom, at the hole that they've already just started to carve slightly, and go that I can put in here. So I can still use this, showing the shields.
Wait, do you want to make your hammer into a wand?
Rod, but same thing.
Yes. We're about to go fight effectively a demigod. Yeah, I would like all the arsenal power I can possibly afford.
He looks at you and says, "Well, but of course." He tries to kind of like cranes his neck to the side to see this hole that you've made, and he simply says, well, certainly. I would imagine that most metamagic or really any sort of rod could slide into your half tier. What sort of enhancement are you looking for?
I want to be able to. Kate just kind of looks. Well, I have this issue with my touch spells. I actually have to touch a lot of the people to do the damage, and sometimes it's not really effective to do that and then just have my hands open being like, hi, where they punch me immediately afterwards. So my thought is, if I can hit them upside the head with the hammer to make it happen, then I don't have to put my defenses down with the shield at least. Even if this hammer doesn't affect them as a physical blow, which I would love if it would do that as well. Okay, it just like starts trailing off and goes, but then at least I can wield things without having to continually trade what I'm wielding. Cade trails off even farther, realizing that they have now started rambling.
He says, oh, okay, so you're looking for a reach rod.
Yes.
Well, do you need the normal one, or a lesser one, or a greater one?
I would love a greater one, and then if I can afford it from my cut of what's left of the goods and the gold I already currently have. Cade says, opening their
Out of game, your spellcasting goes to 6th level maximum. So a greater rod is a waste of money compared to a regular one, because the regular one has a 6th level limit, whereas the greater one can go all the way up to 9th level, which you don't have spells for that level. So
Well, then I will do regular.
okay. So he goes and fetches a standard reach meta magic rod. He also kind of eyeballs whether or not it can slide into the hammer, hammer's haft. It looks like it can. You may need a little bit of more of a modification to make it a snug fit, but it seems like it can be done. This rod costs a total of that amount.
Oh, he just perks up looking through what they have
Mm-hmm.
themselves and goes, I have that on my own right, and takes 5,500 gold pieces out of their 6,000 or 500 or so that they have.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And very happily takes the rod and then looks at the shopkeep and says, now, do you have any recommendations on making sure that they stay structurally secure, I guess, using it in here? I mean, I know I have a general idea, but is there any magic or any other materials you think I should use to help secure the connection between the two?
He says, well, the best thing I can recommend is, and he reaches below the counter and pulls out a small flask, and it is labeled Sovereign Glue.
I'm going to ask how much that is as well.
He says that this glue is extremely powerful in terms of getting two things to bond to one another, and so it carries a price tag to match. But the total cost is that much.
Can Cat appraise it?
Sure.
Items.
1 platinum is 10 gold pieces, right?
Correct. 30. Okay, so 31.
Yeah.
Kat, what you know about Sovereign Glue is that it is indeed the most powerful adhesive known to the world, basically.
All right, then I'm gonna give him.
It's so powerful that anytime some is taken out of the flask that it comes in, a different item must be applied to anything left inside the flask to prevent the glue from sticking to the flask. Uh, given given the size of what um, is being attempted here, uh, it would probably take the entirety of the glue to get this to work. So there won't be any need for this extra item. But yeah, so
All
So
right.
I am going to relay all of that to Cade.
Cade's very happy and is going to annihilate their entire gold store and happily look at everyone and go, "Yeah, I'm broke again. I broke my little hoard.
So
But
I just picture Cade saying this, the big smile on their face, like
yes,
again.
pretty much. But then you literally see Cade's like coin purse is pretty much empty except for a few copper and silver coins. But then you literally just see Cade loaded out with a bunch of stuff and not over encumbered and just grinning at everyone, going, "I've learned."
Well, you can't take it with you, so.
Let's go.
Exactly.
wisdom from Dream.
I appreciate it.
Alright, Ursulin, did you say that you wanted to feed your cat some scrolls?
Yes.
Alright, well, this is the man for the job.
I can only make use of scrolls that are intended for witches. Do you got any?
Now, I've got scrolls of all kinds. Just let me know which spells you want, and I will let you know if I have them.
I'm pulling up the thing right now. Is it the limit of spell level is whatever spell level I know?
What's that? Sorry.
The spell limit is whatever level I know.
Yeah. So that would be 5th level right now. Yeah.
There's so many to choose from. You know what? You got Cloud Kill on you?
Cloud Kill. He thinks for a moment, and he then walks over to his rather extravagant looking display case of scrolls, and he says, "Yeah, I should have one." He looks through. Takes him a bit longer than you might expect, but he eventually does find it and brings it over. It's in a pretty plain looking wooden scroll case. And based on scroll costs for this level, you look at sort of the there's like a little tag on one end of the scroll case that has the price, and it is as follows.
And maybe plague carrier.
Plague carrier.
I'm gonna turn to Kate and be like, "Do you want me to get reincarnate just in case?"
Kay just kind of
Yes.
goes, yes.
Yeah, reincarnate too, please.
Well, you only need
Before
one.
you spend money on that, I have. Wait. Is it
Well,
reincarnate the spell that I can get my hands on, or is it something else?
Well,
You have access to reincarnate, yeah.
one of the scrolls is just so that goes on her spell list. So like that's so she can also know it, and not having two people know it is good. Considering if one of you dies and you're the only one who knows it, well, we're shit out of luck.
Yeah, we can't. If Lily dies, we can't reincarnate Lily because Lily knows reincarnate. So therefore, we need somebody else to learn it.
No. Dino can use
But-
reincarnate.
Oh.
But reincarnate is not something I'm gonna look at everyone and go, you know, only two of us should have that.
Right. I
I
mean,
feel like
there is other resurrection magic throughout the party. Like Dream
True.
is raised dead. Lily's resurrection. Lily also is breath of life.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm happy to see more people.
Maybe Wreath of Blades and plague carrier reincarnate. And I should really
Just
focus
for the
on
record,
particular spells.
I'm just putting this out that if you reincarnate someone, there's a chance where they don't know the spells they had before. So, reincarnate should be a last resort type of deal.
That is true.
It's like nobody dies. Get it?
True, but last time I checked, literally all of us rely on our spells to a certain degree.
Nobody dies.
Really? It's not dying, aren't you?
Anticipate thoughts, possibly.
And you don't lose the knowledge of the spell itself. You lose the preparation or the spell slot for the day.
Oh fuck! I just thought I would no longer be a spellcaster if I did that. I'll take it.
Burning gaze.
Burning gaze. Why am I not seeing that one? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so yeah, any 5th level spell is the price that I put in the chat. Here, I'll just indicate. Let me do the math for the others. That's the price for any 4th level spells. Third. Second. And then any 1st level spell is 25.
Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna make a full list of spells that I want to buy. I'll have it.
Oh yeah, you can just.
Go through.
It's fine. You can send that along whenever, and I'll figure out what the gold cost is.
Maybe an apothecary to pick up some Would it be an apothecary that sells like medical, not medical, but like magic herbs and shit like that?
Mm, I mean, like, yeah, there's probably a place in Magnamar that would sell that. Is there anything specific that you want, or just?
I just want to see if maybe there's something that I can craft into more bullets that has the same effect as Doreen's drugs, but uh, more consistent effects, if that makes sense.
Well, if by consistent you mean like, like the save DCs are higher, then herbs are going to basically be the same as drugs.
Okay. Alright, and then forget about that. I'll make up a spell list. Maybe I could also look into making my gun magazine bigger, but that's really all I want to do.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Does anybody else want to look at stuff?
If there are things I said that I wanted that I forgot, I'm all ears on anyone reminding me, but I think I'm set.
Not her shit. She's good.
Did I get a chest item last time?
I believe so. Let's, yeah, your tunic of careful casting. That's a chest item.
Right. Okay.
Your open spots are eyes, feet, and hands.
I'll look for something for the eyes.
Okay. Let's see here. Eyes. Hmm. Trying to find something that like just makes sense for you. You already have. Yeah, you already have dark vision, so these aren't any use. Um, And what's up?
Sorry.
Okay. Here's an item that this guy has that he wants to show you. He he looks at you with an inquisitive sort of gaze, and he says, "Tell me, how interested are you in knowing the truth?"
Always interested.
You might like these then, friend. Actually, probably better if I find this item on the site rather than. Here we go.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll take those.
Okay. So let's see here.
Why do I get the feeling that these were not originally meant for Dream?
I mean, they're meant for someone, and it appears that Jareem is that someone because he is here with money.
The glasses have chosen.
Yes. This is also like on the fly shopping, so I didn't necessarily have this one planned out.
Because it's she, like all the things say she. When the wearer concentrates, she can perceive the thoughts of a single creature.
Well, that's all the descriptions for my spells too. For some reason, they just assumed the shaman character would be a woman.
Yeah, they base the gendered stuff on so like Pathfinder or Paizo rather, they came up with a set of characters like one for each class, and they're just known as like the iconic characters or like pre-gens basically. And so the he or she is based on whatever
The pregen is.
whatever gender the pre-gen is. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Actually makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that character is the voice of this information being read to you.
Yes.
In a
I'm
way.
offended.
He's offended. Okay, my attack.
Alright, sorry about that. I had to roll initiative against a wasp. What'd I miss?
I'm so glad.
Jareem bought a pair of glasses, pair of spectacles.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice. Very nice.
He can now see all
It's my tagline!
and bear
Dream, you
witness to all.
bastard!
We've stolen your tagline.
No!
It's mine now.
Oh, I also want to make darts.
Okay.
Get poison all over them.
All right. So hold on. Let me because you can certainly buy yeah. So blowgun darts would have been available with the blowgun itself. They cost it's 5 silver for 10 darts.
I want 300.
Okay. All right. So let me add that to your sheet.
Sorry, is he spending 300 gold or is he buying 300 darts?
300 darts.
God.
30
Will it be
pounds
enough?
worth of darts.
Might be another use for them.
And that is 75 gold in total.
Cat just looks at him and goes, "Are you sure you have enough darts?"
I have enough darts now.
I don't know. I
Screw
think
the
you could
rain
use
of
some more.
arrows. We have a rain of darts now.
May the rain of darts be more effective than my rain of arrows. Yes, I know what I said. Yes, I
You
am
mean
aware.
Your rain of bolts? Cat?
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Same thing.
You're telling me if I put an arrow in your crossbow, it will work the same as a crossbow bolt.
I'm saying if you put an arrow in my crossbow, I'll kill you because you're touching my crossbow.
Damn, I thought we went through so much together. Damn. If you put a
How would you feel if all of a sudden I started
arrow,
filling up how would you feel if all of a sudden I started filling up Chomper, huh?
you feel Chopper all the time. What are you on about?
Yeah.
Fill up Chomper.
Kay's just laughing at you guys hysterically.
And Chomper is just staring at them like, what the fuck are they talking
What's
about?
happening? What do you mean?
Anyway, cat, if you put a arrow into your crossbow, would it work the same?
Okay, genuine question because I have no idea. Tim, would it work the same?
Wouldn't it just be a bow at that point then?
Nah, sticking an arrow in a crossbow would not work.
Okay.
Eco boom.
Cat's like, well, you could try, it just wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, it's not the right
If it
size and
gives you
shape.
anything, that means there is a legitimate difference between the two.
Good God. Fine, whatever. If I agree, will you shut up?
No.
Okay.
Never! Kay just shouts from the background.
God, we've been spending too much time.
I immediately give Cat a hug to make sure that there's no hard feelings, and I'm gonna ask.
Oh, Cat knows. Cat is just gonna be grumpy. She's like,
I know, but I gotta confirm. Gotta confirm.
I
Had
know.
talk that you don't know about. Had to confirm. Give Cat a hug. Appreciate
Cat's
you.
like,
You're awesome.
what?
Don't be mad
Like,
at
you had a
me.
what?
Don't be mad.
Be mad about what? Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
I'm now. I wasn't. Now I am.
You're the only person I ever met that gets mad after a hug. I see how it is.
Cat's not even mad. She's just confused. Like, what?
Perfect. And then I'm gonna go to the storekeep and I'm gonna ask him if he has any ion stones.
First
Um,
contact.
All right, I'm gonna make a tincture out of the Apius acrimonium,
Okay.
Ooh.
and I'll coat 100 darts with that.
Ooh.
All right. Split this up. So, let's see here. He says, "Well, I've got some. Um, lately they've been getting a little bit harder to come by, but I can show you what I have." He has.
Appreciate it.
Let's see here. First iron stone he has is the following. Next is
Hello?
yeah. Sorry, I'm just
Hello.
So that's the whole list that he has.
Alright, alright.
Absorb spells of 8th level or lower. Holy shit. Okay. So like if someone hit you with a spell, you could use that instead of it affecting you?
Yeah, so let's see.
Like I just don't know enough.
So yeah, you have to the catch with this is that you have to ready an action to absorb a spell. So it's like forgoing your standard action to ready yourself to absorb a spell.
Okay, so you're like, okay, I know you hit hard. I know what your plan is probably going to be, and it's smarter for me to. My best offense is a good defense kind of deal.
Yep.
Sweet.
Does a spell specific have to target that person, or can he just repair to just absorb any spell that the dude uses?
Yeah, you just ready an action to absorb a spell.
Oh, that's... Before I consider anything else, quick question. If I have a belt that has a +4 in strength, will a +2 to strength do anything?
No, because it's the same type of bonus.
I am unreasonably sad. I made that on my wish list, and I'm now realizing it doesn't work. I am depressed. Oh well.
I'm gonna coat 100 more darts in the Shadow Sage.
Very nice, very nice. What does everyone think? If it's 8th level or lower, chances are that it's gonna be expensive as fuck. We're going up against a wizard. That's too good to not forego. What do y'all think?
I think you should do whatever your heart desires.
Yes, but you're our treasurer cat, so I need your wisdom.
Oh, you mean you actually want to know my opinion? You're not just gonna do whatever you want. Okay. Um. What's the cost of the item? Because if you're taking it from the pool, then like I care. If you're taking it from your own money, like go do whatever you want.
I got like 2k on me. I do not have enough. Oh, I definitely don't have enough.
Call it Warhammer because it's 40k.
The That's like for 40k, it's not worth it.
Right.
I don't even think with our I think that would drain our pool. Would hang on, would it drain our pool, Tim? I actually have no idea how much is in the pool.
There's enough in the pool, but this would cost most of it.
That's like that would drain our pool. I don't think it's worth it. Like we might have a little left, but
Grabbing 1 or 2 of those though definitely would be a good idea. Cade pipes up, and kind of is also coming from the place where they've feel guilty because they've spent quite a lot compared to everyone else so far. Being like, someone else spent a lot too.
Yeah, but then
Not
somebody
all.
else might just get left out.
Well, that's why I said 1 or 2, not all of them.
Yeah, I mean, not
but
all,
one is
not
worth
all
40K.
of the. Yeah, not they don't all
You
cost
can
that
afford
much.
more than one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they don't all cost that much money. That's just a very expensive one. The Eastern Star one costs 4,000. The dark blue is 10,000. Pale blue is 8,000, and the dusty rose is cracked. That was only 500.
What's the Dusty Rose one do again? Sorry.
+1 to initiative.
Cat's gonna take the Dusty Rose.
Yeah. Alright.
Cat's like, it matches my eyes.
Yeah, your eyes are pretty dusty.
Dusty rose eyes.
Cat has brown eyes, and she's being sarcastic. Like, she's very much kidding when she's like, it matches my eyes.
Okay. So even with the dragon scales, the dragon teeth, got like a +1 blading first longsword.
So wait, how much was the
+1
Dusty
mithril
Rose one
chain
again?
shirt.
Sorry.
500.
500
I already took care of it.
Yeah, yeah, Cat's taking it just like out of her stock.
Yeah, go ahead. Mm,
Like out of my own, like I'm paying for it myself, I mean.
Yeah, I already took the money out.
Awesome.
So, even if the lavender and green epauloid is pretty good against a wizard, you don't think it's that helpful. Or it's too much money.
It's not that I don't think it'd be that helpful, it's I don't think we're in a place financially where it makes sense.
I respect your judgment, Cat. I will not consider buying it.
Yeah,
Really
it's-
wish the pale blue stacked with my stuff. I'm unreasonably disappointed. But oh well, that
Like,
just
if
means
we
more
go
money
on
to
a
upgrade.
side quest and somehow come up with more money, that's another story.
True, but I don't think there's any other big threat that could get a lot of gold, apart from maybe taking down another ancient dragon. Apart from that, I don't think anything could get us anything close to that. But fair enough, Cat. Fair enough. I did ask for your input, and I will respect your input. That can't use the +2 enhance with your strength. Anybody else wants to? You're free to. Just consider the fact it is. Is it 8,000 or 10,000? I forget.
The pale blue is 8,000.
How much is the dark blue boy?
10,000. That gives the alertness feat, which is a +2 to perception and sense motive. If you have 10 or more ranks in either of those skills, it's a +4 rather than a +2.
Oh, that's dope.
Meanwhile, the Cat's like, I'm gonna take the cheapest one.
Fair enough. +1 to initiative, super good. You can never go wrong with it.
Especially since Cat's initiative is already crap, so it's like.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No complaints here. Very tempted for the alertness feat one. Tim.
Yes, sir.
Financial mathematical question.
Mm-hmm.
If I upgrade
Financial
my...
mathematical answer.
Thank you,
7.
Kat. I always appreciate your input. 7 is the lucky number.
Yeah, so
But
what's
if
up?
I were to upgrade Chomper's belt to +6 instead of just +4...
How much is that? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, and if Dream's up for it, I would like his help.
The giant strength. That is a 10,000 crafting cost.
Damn. Wait, 10,000 crafting cost?
Yep.
Oh, fuck, that's worth it. Because wait a minute. I can have 2 belts at once. Shit. My thinking process that even though Bull's, not Bull's strength, Bear's endurance,
Mm-hmm.
I can still get away with casting it multiple times for Jumper.
Right.
7,000 gold, so yeah, I'm no longer interested in the strength boy. And I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go out my way and ask for too much. So I'm thinking, getting. Oh no, that would still cost a lot. Shit. Okay. I would like to ask Dream's help for a belt of giant strength to go from +4 to +6. Soon as I figure out something. One minute per level. I'm level 15, so I can get away with a lot in 30 minutes. I think I'm going to do that. Back Dream, help me out, would you?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Appreciate it, buddy. So that's 10,000. And then upgrading my belt, my own belt, being +4 to strength. The crafting cost for like a belt of physical might from to +2 each to +4 each would be 15, right? Or am I tripping?
Say that again.
Also considering upgrading my belt of physical might from +2 to both stats to +4 to both stats.
Okay. Yeah, that one is. That is a 7,500 crafting. No, I'm sorry. I did too many divisions. 15,000 crafting cost.
15, so 25,000 altogether.
Mhm.
That's like I don't know. I think you did enough. I think you didn't do enough divisions. I think you need to do more. Roll bluff. Can I
Yes,
bluff the?
roll bluff dream to try to make it cheaper.
Yeah, that's an interesting tactic there.
Like, roll bluff. You did not do enough divisions. You need to do more.
He's an old man. Give him a break. But no, that is the cost. 15,000 to upgrade it through crafting.
So that'd be 25, which is what Kate also spent. So if I use my dragon stuff, and we still have dragon pieces, we need to keep in mind, we still have dragon pieces.
Yep.
So I'm thinking sell
And
what I can,
honestly,
sell dragon pieces to someone else, because if he's interested in the dragon stuff, I think that's good. But I think the armory or some kind of dragon fanatic in the town would give me the best price for dragon parts.
also it's
So
like
I'm gonna ask him to
Kat's gonna
hold
look
on.
at Dream and go, or not Dream. Kat is going to look at Dino and remind him that she will have to give an honest appraisal of the dragon scale to Sava if he brings it to the armor.
You also need to keep in mind that of the time that crafting takes relative to the cost of the crafting.
Yeah, I have no problem like waiting around a little bit longer, hanging out.
Sorry. We got like a item that's like 2.5 weeks. How long do you think both of these items are gonna take?
So
'Cause
the
I don't know.
chopper's belt will take about a week and a half. The other belt will take another like 3 weeks, a little bit less than 3 weeks. It's 1,000. It's 1,000 gold cost per day of crafting is the timing. So
So 3 weeks. Is that both belts or just one?
no, that's your belt is like 3 weeks. If you do that if you do that one and choppers, you're looking at like over a month of crafting.
Oh fuck that. We do have the time, but I'm not sure if we're actually willing to do that.
Yeah, you might not
He's
have
very
you
willing
might
to
not
do
have that
that.
much time.
Kat is very willing to do that.
Listen, we know you just want to go have some fun with Sava for a while.
Damn straight I do.
No, but I also don't want to take too much time because role play as well as like legitimate. We are on our clock to an extent.
Yeah, Kat.
So if
No,
it was
Kat is
over a
saying
month,
in role
too
play.
much.
Like, I mean, if you want to take your time to like, get your stuff together, that's totally fine. I'm cool with that.
Appreciate
I have
that.
no objections to staying in town a
Oh.
little bit longer.
I think because since my scimitar is +2 and it's keen, so I'm fishing for crits anyway. I think I can get away with not having the best belt. Jumper, I want to have the best belt. He is the boy. So 3 weeks isn't unreasonable, is it, Dream?
Nah, it's fine.
Alright, thanks, Skip. Alright. So that's 10,000. And then, okay, if I'm only spending 10,000 on the dreams thing, I would like to buy the alertness, the dark blue rhomboid. I like seeing all.
Okay.
However, I would have to sell some items, and would he be interested in buying the dragon scales? I mean, he would probably think they're nice, but I don't think he would really value them as much as an armor would.
Um he he indicates to you that while yes, he would accept them as payment, you are pretty much on the money with your thought that any of the various armors in Magnamar would likely give you more in exchange.
Alright, fair enough. And also, Kat, what you said before, I'm totally down to give Sava some of the scales for selling.
Yeah, Kat's just like, if you go to her, I have to give an honest appraisal.
No problem, no problem. Sava's been good to us too, so it's only fair that we give her some good shit. We have an
Like,
entire dragon.
You have
so
highest
I will-
priority, and I will let you make the decisions regarding how you want to do it. I will help you, but you did the hard part. So I'll trust your judgment on how you want to deal with them.
Alright, so I'm thinking just the normal stuff that he would be interested in. Cloaks of Resistance, the headbands, for the, well, for both a dark blue rhomboid, because, perception is always nice. Unless Dream would like it more, because his eyes are better than mine.
Dream, I
Unfortunately-
am almost positive, already has the alertness feat because, yeah, he does. He already has the alertness feat because of Babu being an owl.
Oh, okay, that makes me feel better. I
Which
thought he was just generally just better than me.
I actually need
The
to
alert is bugged.
look at something real quick. I think his perception number might be. Oh no, it's correct. I did adjust it when he hit 10 ranks. Okay. Carry on.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is that because I do like the idea of being able to see danger better. I can't really help in sense motive as well as Lily or Pun Sensi Dream can, but perception's always nice. And I also need the gold for Dream in order to make the thing. And the rest of the 3 weeks, I will continue to work with the dragon and help out and get us as much as I can. So I think that's the play. I think.
All right, so we're doing your belt then, not Chomper's, since you mentioned 3 weeks.
Chomper's belt.
Chomper's belt. Okay, so that'll be done before your other thing is ready to be picked up. Which was the speed amulet of mighty fists. That'll be the belt will be finished about a week before you'll be picking that up.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right. So now, and in order to obtain that gold, we're selling scales to Sava. Is that what's happening? or
I
worse
think I want to sell the pool, like the headbands and whatnot.
to this
here.
guy. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll give whatever I can to Sava. Then whatever she can't buy, I'll sell to McNamara.
All right. So there's
Yeah,
still
Kat is made the point of being like it. She's leaving up to Dino how he wants to distribute those.
I have 2,000 platinum on hand. Well, if I really do the math, I could get away with exactly 3,000 gold, but I'll take a huge portion of both my gold, silver, gold, and platinum for just 3,000.
that's the what I've just listed in the chat is the remaining sell pool.
Would you be interested in the robe of Arch Magi? Because none of us can even use it at all.
Yeah, none of you be able to use it without incurring negative levels because none of you are evil.
It's a cape of Mountebank. I forgot what that is.
That's a cape that is well, it has to be worn, so you'd have to take off your cloak of resistance to wear it. But it allows you to use Dimension Door.
Might be good in a situation where latch ditch effort, I think. You know, emergencies. But the robe of
door.
It's
I
a
know,
yeah, it's
but
a
just like our
it's
conversation before, we need multi people for resurrection just in case. I'm saying it's
To
a good
be-
item to have in an emergency.
to be clear on that cape, it is a once per it is a once per day Dimension Door.
Alright, so really last resort, but it's better than nothing. So I'm gonna offer him the robe of Archmage, because we can't use it at all.
Okay. Yeah, and he he says that he'll take it, of course. But that is the price that it would sell for, the price that he would offer to you is more than what he has on hand. So think of it like, store credit towards
So I'm gonna ask, how much is it worth? Damn. Wait a minute. Guys. Big brain. Okay, I'm thinking this. We can either trade it and then give him a little bit extra gold for the spell absorption.
Is that the cape you're buying that gives you the spell?
No, he's trying to sell the evil robe.
I mean, wouldn't it be handy for us to keep that in case one of us needs it?
The thing is, like, far as I know, we can't use it.
I remember Tim saying we can.
Sorry, Tim, refresh my memory. What does it do?
I'll explain the item. This normal appearing garment is attuned to one of three types of alignment. This is evil, so it is black colored. To most wearers, the robe offers no powers or has no effects, unless. Hold on. It offers no powers or has no effects unless the wearer's alignment does not match that of the robe. Only.
What's my alignment right now?
CN.
Sorry, do you have to be good or neutral for it to have an effect?
I think you have to be evil, but last I remember my alignment
No, but
is
he said
chaotic
it.
evil.
But he said it can't be the same alignment.
Yeah, I'm having a hard. Let me look this up on another source. Just because I'm having a hard time understanding what this means.
Give me a moment, need to search for my phone. I need to do some advanced mathematics. I'll be back.
Ah, just use a TI-83 like the rest of us.
Yeah, 83, man. Those were the days.
Well, my TI-84 died. So, both of them, actually.
I knew people in high school who had like games on theirs.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
The sell price that you
You can make
listed, is
funny
that
things
the
with the
price of the
parabolas.
cape of Mount Bang? Tim.
Sorry, I'm trying to read something about this item, but what's up?
The price you said, 37.5K. Is that the price of the cape that Dino was looking at?
No, that's the sell price of the robe that he is trying to get rid of for something.
What is the robe called?
Robe of the Arch Magi. I'm trying to understand how it actually works.
Sounds confusing, so fair enough.
Okay, so the way I'm understanding it from comments on Reddit and other places is that only an arcane spellcaster can get the listed benefits of the item, and then if because that's where the whole it to most wearers the rowers no powers thing comes in, and then if your alignment doesn't match, that's when the negative effects come in. So to continue, only an arcane spellcaster can fully realize the potent magic item powers once the robe is donned. Powers are as follows: +5 armor bonus to AC, spell resistance 18, +4 resistance to all saves, +2 enhancement on caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. So basically the spell pen feat. If the evil robe is donned by a good character, the good character gains 3 negative levels. If it's donned by a neutral character, it's instead 2 negative levels. The negative levels persist as long as the robe is worn, and they cannot be overcome in any way while the robe is worn.
Are any of us evil in alignment?
No, and also the negative levels are immediately removed if you take the robe off, so they don't stay on you afterwards.
If we're gonna sell this, I'm saying that we split the money evenly.
No, but hear me out. Hear me out. I'm saying that there's an ion stone that basically says it has a certain amount of charges and it can just absorb a spell. We're up against a powerful wizard. That sounds like the perfect item to go against him.
I understand that, but I would like to do certain things as well, and I only have 12K.
You also have to remember that all of your weapons, after being immersed in the Runeforge, will absorb harmful transmutation effects against you.
Yeah, so we don't really need that fucking whatever.
Like
We
it's
can focus on
it's nice to have
buffing ourselves.
it's nice to have if you run up against other types of spells, but Karzoug being a transmuter, I would think hard about investing that much into something that may not be as useful as you think it is.
That's the lovely hint of saying I don't. If we sell this item, I personally think we should split the money and all work on, advancing our own skills and whatnot, not just buying one fucking item.
All right. If the item is not as useful as I thought, then I am perfectly fine with that. The problem is he doesn't have enough on hand, at least. So split the gold, you and Steven. Fair enough.
So yeah, he doesn't, like I said, doesn't have it on hand. But if we're talking about how much money there is, 35,000. Sorry, 37,500 split 6 ways is that much money apiece. He does mention that he is expecting another influx of items by the time that your amulet is ready. So he said there should be a bit better selection on certain types of items then.
In that case, I'm gonna say, how about we hold off on the Archmagi thing for now? So when there is a really expensive item that would absolutely be useful, or we decide there are other items that we want, like going through the town, etc.,
So we're
then
not
we
selling
sell it.
it?
I'm thinking not right now. If once he gets more items, or we find something new that we really like or would be really useful, then I say sell it. But right now, my advice is no.
I mean, I vote to sell it right now.
He doesn't have enough on hand, and we have enough in the
Hmm.
party pool to buy whatever we would want for now.
Yeah, he doesn't have the gold on hand to pay out to you.
So in like a week or in a week or two, we wait and then we see what there is to buy. Or until one of us finds something that would really be useful, then we sell it. For right now, we don't really know what we're buying yet, so I say hold off for now.
In other news, my dog burying herself under my blanket.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that, yeah. All right. I don't hear any arguments to the contrary, so that's what we'll say you guys are doing.
So
Would
can I sell the
I
headbands
mean, I don't
just
even know if anyone's paying attention to this. Like, Allie, what do you think about this? Or Kim, because like I know you don't hear any of their words, but like they might not be there.
Oh, I'm listening. I just have no commentary. I've already given my commentary.
That's true. She did. I mean, I'm just saying, if there aren't any other opinions on it, then let's move on then. Okay. So you Dino, you said you wanted to sell other things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sell the headbands so I can buy the
All right. Well, yeah, that's also gonna. Well, all right. What are you trying to buy?
I want the dark blue rhomboid, and I want 10,000 gold so I can give Dream enough gold.
All right. So let's see. That is going to be. So you want the stone and 10,000 gold. Okay. So that is going to be 2 headbands and both of the remaining cloaks for a sell price of 20,000. 10,000 gets you the iron stone. The other 10,000 goes to Dream for crafting, upgrading Chomper's belt.
I'm just typing out exactly how much I have in platinum, gold, and silver.
Sure.
Okay, so I can make this a little bit easier, so more comes from my pocket and less of the actual group fund. That's still not enough. I still have other items I can sell.
Oh, wait. I was putting something in your buff box. One sec.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, while you do that, I'm gonna go ahead and put in Chomper's box what he has so we can put that in the group fund, because I think we forgot about that stuff.
Okay.
I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, Kate.
Hi. I literally went to grab some water. I apologize.
No worries. So, yeah, Dino has sold 2 more headbands and the last 2 cloaks to get one of the iron stones and also 10,000 gold to give to Dream for upgrading Chomper's belt. So, yeah, there are 4 headbands remaining, the 5 plus 1 rings of protection, all the masterwork daggers, all the nobleman's outfits, the robe and the cape. Dino has I had said that the shopkeeper was expecting some more items coming in by the time Dino's amulet is done, and so Dino expressed an interest in checking back then to sell more stuff and hopefully get something more to everybody's liking. So yeah, that was just to get you caught up.
All right. Everyone. Oh, okay, cool. So I didn't miss too much.
No, you didn't miss too much. And also, as a quick question to everybody, once we resolve the shopping for this, what's happening right now, um, do you guys want me to sort of time skip to when things are ready, or
Yeah, I'm down for a time skip for when things are ready, or like we can say if anyone else wants to go do anything else.
well, yeah, you guys can certainly tell me like, hey, I'm doing this during the downtime.
Yeah, that's why I was just like.
I'm okay with that.
Maybe.
Yeah,
During
like
the downtime, I would like to have Dino visit his parents and have the rest of the party meet them.
okay. What about everybody else?
Kind of want to get my gun enchanted again.
Oh, then I'm gonna then I'll just help you with the funds because I do have a bunch of dragon scales, and armorers do like their dragon scales. And
Okay.
Kat's our financer, so I recommend that she goes with us if she's not busy.
So yeah, I mean the same guy can do that. You can certainly sell him more stuff to get to the cost of it, of the crafting. That is. So that would be 2 headbands with it would be 2 headbands, and then you'd also get an additional 2,000 gold back to even out the balance.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot again. Tim, Lily really wanted a ring of revelation to
Oh yeah, the Ring of
for her to get.
Revelation. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't forget. I just have to remind myself of the cost involved. Uh, okay. Which revelation did she want again? Because that's going to inform me as to which ring is required.
I believe it was energy body, the one that makes her become an elemental of pure healing.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Life. Energy body. All right. So for that one. Looks like that one doesn't have any level requirements. So let's see here.
And also during the downtime, can I sell as many dragon parts to Sava that she'd be willing to buy, then the rest I sell in Magmar?
Sure. Okay. So yeah, this doesn't have a level requirement, so the lesser ring is going to be good enough. That cost wise, in terms of the items here, that is 1 more headband and 2 of the rings of protection.
Alright, I agree.
Okay.
Objections here.
Let's see here. Which ring do you want to remove, Lily, from wearing? The ring of sustenance or the ring of swimming?
Ring of swimming.
Ring of swimming.
Lily, once again, no longer likes water.
All right. So, how many scales do you want to try to sell to Sava?
As much as she's reasonably willing to buy. Like, I'm not gonna force her to buy all the rings until, you know, she goes broke or whatever. Just let's say starting out, let's say 30, and see if she's actually interested in, you know, making the dragon scales into armor and or weapons.
Sava. I'm trying to think of how much money she would likely have on hand because
Wait, can I run an appraise?
didn't we do this already?
To be fair, I
on the
did make a
scales?
point of saying that I would give an honest
Guidance.
appraisal. So I guess in this case, the appraise check would be in Sava's favor.
Oh yeah, you did say that before. I remember. I remember.
As long as it's an honest appraise, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So we're in Magnamore. We're in Magnamore. I want a sweet deal.
Which is fair.
The dragon scales are worth a lot. We should probably kill another evil dragon sometime.
I agree.
Maybe as a side quest.
Sorry, I came across a cute picture of Doggo.
Mhm.
That's weird sound. Twin kitties.
So yeah, again, I'm pretty sure we already appraised the dragon scales, but
We already did. I'm just like,
No,
I guess
but
the
you
difference is that now I'm kind of
did,
appraising
but
them
we don't
in
have.
the
Sorry, but we don't
shopkeeper's
have an
favor.
exact. We didn't have an exact price on how much a scale is worth.
yeah. So I guess now I'm appraising in favor of the buyer.
yeah, and the reason for there not being a prescribed price is because after all the searching that I did, the answer I got was, "Lol, you're the DM, make it up."
Wow, good answer, internet. God
Yeah,
damn it,
thanks, internet. Um,
it's Obama.
yeah. So, Sava. Sava looks at the scales and she just looks up at you and says, "Look, if these are from what you say they're from, then there's no way I could ever buy all of these off of you. However, if you want, if you want to just give me a bunch of scales, however many you think I'd need, I will make you a set of armor free of charge."
Hey, get it?
I'm tempted to, but the problem is that. Hold a sec. Let me read. I'm gonna ask Sava what type of armor is better than a iron breastplate is when it comes to medium armor. Because my +2 iron thingy is hard to give up. Never making this so difficult. I just don't know these things.
So this is this would essentially be considered dragon hide armor if it were to be made. The armor itself. Now, I need to specify the armor rather than the wearer. Shit, it's making me look up a stat block. Hold on. All right, so dragonhide armor made from an ancient white dragon. The armor itself would be immune to cold damage. Like there would be no like way for it to like break or though it doesn't give the wearer any such immunity. In enhancing the armor further with let's see, energy. It can add energy resistance as an enhancement for 25% of, or I'm sorry, at a 25% reduced cost than otherwise normally would cost. So yeah, you'd be able to add like cold resistance to the armor for cheaper than you normally would. Like that, it gives you cold resistance.
Doesn't enhance the actual armor bonus at all.
I mean, you could. You would just tack on to the price of the armor. Also, Sava's not an enchanter, so it wouldn't be like, it would be like a +1 whatever armor, and then if you wanted to enhance it further, you'd have to take it elsewhere. But yeah, because like dragonhide that's going to be inherently magical for sure. But fashioning it into a suit of armor is gonna tamp that down slightly. Okay, good night.
Hey.
Good night.
So is Dragonhide an actual armor thing, or am I?
So yeah, it's on a certain page for like special materials. So it can actually not even. It says it would be masterwork armor, which you could then go get enchanted however you like. Let's see here. Ancient white dragon size is huge, so that means for you to wear it, it would act with the same statistics as banded mail. But because it's made of dragon hide, you would of course be able to wear it without penalty. Banded mail gives a +7 armor bonus. However, the maximum dex is only +1, and has a check penalty of -6. Actually, -5 because it's masterwork. It's reduced by 1.
But damn, I don't think I can use it because heavy armor is out of my range. I think.
Oh, true. Yeah, you wouldn't be proficient with it. That's let me see if there's a way. The other option is this would even take probably fewer than the scales you offered to sell. Actually, maybe not. You could also have it be hide armor instead.
So it would be hide armor plus the whole energy resistance thing.
It would be hide armor, and the armor itself would be immune to cold. And then if you wanted to enhance it with energy resistance, then let's see here, magic armor. Where are you? Here we go. What's the normal cost for energy resistance? Energy resistance. Oof, geez, that is a lot. I didn't realize it was that much. So energy resist armor. That would be 13,500 to put energy resist on it. It would be 10 points of energy resistance.
What's energy resistance?
So, well, specifically this would be cold resistance because it's a white dragon. But yeah,
that type of energy.
yeah, it just takes 10 points off of any cold damage attack that hits you, like all of them. There's no like after X amount of hit points it ends. It's just always 10 points off any cold damage that hits you.
Could this be could like the the property of like having your armor have just immune to cold? Could it be put on any armor, or does it have to be certainly banded or hide armor?
So energy resistance can be put onto any type of armor. There is no energy immunity enhancement. Yeah, there's no way to make you just straight up immune to cold. Like the armor wouldn't take any damage from cold, but there's no way to make you immune to cold with the armor.
Oh, okay, that's what it means. That's what it means. Gotcha.
Because yeah, there's regular energy resistance, which is what I mentioned already, and then above that, and for increase, like exponentially increased costs, even there's improve, which is 20 points off every hit, and greater, which is 30 points off every hit.
And Sava can't do the enhancement part.
No, she wouldn't be able to do the enhancement part. And given that energy resistance is in terms of armor bonus, well, I mean it's not enhancement bonus, but like in terms of like the combined bonuses of stuff on the magic item, it's a +4 armor ability. That's out of Overshali's range as well.
Fair enough.
And then you're also, given the price, you're also looking at like another 2-week turnaround. So put that on there.
Here's what I'm thinking. Sell whatever scale. Wait, before I say this, roughly how many scales is left on the dragon?
I mean, you've carved off probably close to like 200 now, right? So
More or less.
I would say you're starting to run out. Maybe like another 100 to 120 or so.
100 to 120.
Probably like 2 more full days of work to get the rest of the scales off.
Alright, I'm thinking sell as many as she's willing to buy, then donate some extra so she can start upgrading her weapons and armor so they'd be worth more, and the little guard would be able to have better weapons and armor. Then we go back and we sell, or at least we go back, I carve rest of the scales, let's say it's organs, things that wouldn't last very long, and then go ahead and sell that to anyone in Magnamar.
I think that's a good plan. I'm down for that plan.
All right. Sorry, just run that last bit by me again. You're gonna sell. You're selling what in Magnamar?
Last bit is I'm gonna get the rest of the scales, and now that I think about it, I should probably start harvesting the things that wouldn't last very long. You know, like organs, bone, blood, whatever I can manage.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we can have you spend a few days on that. It wouldn't take you the whole time. Well, I mean, the organs probably wouldn't take you the whole time. The bones would be probably a little trickier, but you know, you have enough skills to probably manage. Just give me like one survival check for the whole thing, and I'll just resolve it that way.
Pirates! Yeah.
Very nice.
Hey! 45, let's go.
Good time to make a high roll. Yeah. So you manage to fully break down the rest of the dragon over the course of the time that you're waiting for your amulet to be ready. So yeah, you now have all the bones, whichever organs you felt the need to harvest for yourself. The rest, of course, you know, anything that you feel is not useful is discarded. But hey, at least Chomper doesn't have to lug around the corpse anymore.
Go. If only Restore Corpse worked on huge dragons.
True.
Would make bank.
Very true.
or at least a greater version of it. God damn it! You know what they were doing.
They knew what they were doing.
All right, so I figure we can resolve the remainder of the shopping out of game.
Oh yeah, sure.
Figure that's, you know, like 2-3 sessions of shopping now. So let's go to Dino's house actually. I know you mentioned you wanted to do that. In the same evening, we'll say you lead everyone to your childhood home. You check and make sure that your parents actually are home first, and they are. You knock on the door. It opens, and your parents both give you a loving embrace and invite everybody in. Your mom starts preparing some food for everybody, while your dad kind of entertains everybody in the meantime. He says, you know, son, it's so good to see you again. It's such a nice surprise that you stopped in. How are you doing? You know, how's your adventure going? You know, he looks at each of your friends in turn and, you know, introduces himself and just asks how you're all doing as well. So I'll leave you to answer however you will.
Cat
I know
so
Lily
excited.
already knows them.
Cat is so excited. She's like, wait, hold on. You're his parents.
That's right.
Ones and only.
Cat is she's giggling like a mad woman and doing a little dance and be like, oh my god, I have so many questions for you. What was he like as a little kid? Was he always this annoying? And was he always just like, you know, emotionally stunted?
Oh, Kate says, looking at Cat, just kind of smacks her and goes, "You're no fucking emotional guru."
I was like, tell me everything. What was he like as a baby? Did he always have a dinosaur? Was he always interested in dinosaurs? Was his room like covered in dinosaurs? Also, like, you know, emotionally stunted.
Have you met my girlfriend? No. Um, yeah, so he thinks about it for a moment. He says, "Well, yes, Dino was always quite headstrong. Um,
Did he have any crushes growing up?
oh, I don't know.
Yes, you do. My parents knew mine. I pretty
See-
sure he's was. I've seen him. He's not that subtle.
Well, we sadly didn't have the best level of communication in his youth. So, yeah, I mean, if he did, I never heard about it.
Okay,
Stick my tongue
let's
out at
rephrase.
that.
Was there somebody who whenever you mentioned it and them, he got inordinately angry?
Hmm.
Or upset?
Well, other than the Lord Mayor, no.
Oh yeah, I can't say. I don't think he had a crush on the mayor. Damn.
Born her dad. This is Kat, one of my close
Oh hi.
friends.
Oh, I already introduced myself. Like I am full throttle. Like I want to hear about Baby Dino. I need to know more about him.
What do you need me to know about me for?
Do you have
I'll
baby
answer any
pictures of him?
question.
Oh my god, is there baby pictures?
Um. Yeah, I would say that there's one or two about either affixed to the walls or perhaps in a small frame sitting on a table.
No, Kat is excitedly asking them, like, oh my god, are there baby pictures? So I'm assuming they show her baby pictures. And Kat's like, oh my god, he was so cute. What happened?
As Dad has a bit of a chuckle, he says, "Yeah, sometimes I wonder the same thing, but our Dino, well,
He said it was always. Tell me your favorite stories about him as a kid. He must have he must have gotten into some wild adventures.
yeah, that's certainly one way to put it. He was pretty rebellious, and yeah, he was very interested in dangerous beasts. That's one thing that we always struck us as a
Did he
bit
have
odd.
did he have a dinosaur plushie the size of him?
What's a plushie?
I'm assuming they
I
have like stuffed animals and toys in this universe.
I know I was
Like
fucking.
toys are kind of universal on this plane.
I know I
Yep.
was I was fucking with you.
Everyone fucks with Kat. It's just the way it is.
Yikes. But no, he says, yeah, well, I do recall that there was always some sort of toy or other thing that Dino would always point out to us whenever we went to the markets or elsewhere.
I recall nothing. I've met Dino fairly recently.
Dino was very, very insistent about the things he wanted.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
That is news to me, and Kat just like glares daggers at him.
I just shrug.
doesn't that necessarily have to be a bad thing. I mean, there's a certain value in always knowing what you want. And at this point,
Oh, dude, oh,
Dino's dad looks at his mom lovingly.
no. Okay, Kat's like, oh, that's actually really sweet. How long have you guys been married?
Wow, it's been it's got to be over 25 years now.
Wait, how old is Dino then?
He's like early 20s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 22.
Kat's like, oh wait, You're only 2 years younger than me.
If you're 24, then yeah, you're 2 years older than I am.
Honestly, I thought you were somewhere between the age of 17 and 30.
As is most people.
Cat going with that demographic scale.
It's like you seem too immature to be that old, but you also a big boy.
What do you mean immature? I handle most situations with the utmost importance.
Isn't Lily a few years younger than Lily? What?
That's some kind of paradox right there. They're the same age according to your sheets.
The cat's like, oh, so how did he and Lily meet? Like, were they always here as kids? Did you? I'm sure she was a model. I'm sure she tried to be a good influence. Wait, does Dino have siblings? Are there siblings? Are there other like members of this family?
I don't know of any siblings, actually.
Okay.
My character, no, Dino does not have any siblings.
Okay. Then
Cat
yeah.
is just literally grilling his parents, like, tell me everything. I need to know. Also, especially if you have like embarrassing paintings or like embarrassing stories, I need to know them.
For what purpose?
Listen, your son is like reminds me. Your son is like the little brother I never had. And now
You're
I have little
welcome.
brothers. I have little brothers. He's just not like any of them.
Your brother's like Cat.
Um,
Shifting the focus onto you now.
he, as you've mentioned, is very headstrong. We have a very how do I put this? I need ammo. We have a very tenacious relationship. It's all in good fun. Also, if she's gonna whisper this to him, he might have a girlfriend. And like, I need stories to tell her. But he won't admit he has a girlfriend. But I know he has a girlfriend.
Dino's father just says, "Oh, that's wonderful. How come she's not here?"
She's not the
Oh,
adventuring type. She has to take
long
care of her
story
father's.
short,
She has to take care of her family store. Also, if you ask Dino, there is no girlfriend, but there's a girlfriend.
so why you trying to tell embarrassing stories about me, Cat? What did I ever do to you?
How shall I list the ways?
Use me.
How many times have you tried? How many times have you commented on my relationship?
Let me see. There was that one time where it was yesterday. There was the day before that, and then the day before that. There's also last
I
month.
rest my
And also
case.
last year. There's also that one time where you denied it. I had to prove my point. Yeah, that was the one time I got you two together, and that was the one time where you were trying to sell a rock. I think it was some kind of at rock that you sold her that one time. There was also that one time you gave her cake.
Oh
There's
wait,
also that
first of all, I
one
did not sell
time.
her the pet rock. I gifted her the pet rock. Secondly, I rest my case.
So just don't tell your girlfriend embarrassing stories. So
Pete's sake, you don't only just make fun of me and my girlfriend, you also make fun of me with any other conquests I've had. Conquest might not have been the right word.
Since when have I made fun of you for that one time you made conquest?
Sorry, I accidentally nudged my mic.
This is not Cat laughing, this is me laughing out of character.
Because if memory serves me right, I never made fun of you for that.
But you did.
Did not.
Hold on. First of all, that is now adding to my list of movies. Doesn't make love, she makes conquest.
And also, Kat, just to change the subject real quick, just out of curiosity, if you and your your younger brother had a pure concept, a pure stubbornness, and pure spite, who would win?
Pure stubbornness? You. Pure spite? There's kind of a reason why I had to go roam the sea for a bit. Actually, it was something that my brother did for me. But because of someone who did something to me, I would say is my younger siblings love me very much.
I'll accept that answer.
I don't like being told what to do and being forced into decisions that are not beneficial to me.
Yes, there's nobody. Fair enough, Kat.
One day I'll tell you that story, but I'm not there yet.
Good time.
Anyway, so baby Dino. Please tell me all about little Dino. Tell me about his adventures. I want to hear everything. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah,
I'm
so
here.
Kat is just like gushing to Tito's parents and like, I want to hear everything. Tell me about Tito growing up. Like, tell me all the things. And like, she takes out a little notebook and starts taking notes.
Dino's father is he's a bit taken aback, and he says, well,
You have to understand, the only thing that we know about Dino, like other than Lily, like until Lily came along, we only got to know about Dino through his dinosaur. Do you understand like how the lack of like understanding of how this person came to be we have? Like, I've been open about my family, so is everybody else. Dino's like, nope, it's just has said nothing. I want
in my
to know
defense, you never really
everything.
asked me.
Kat is assuming that, okay, so time out for a second. I'm assuming that like during downtime, like times that were like where time has passed and they're just like traveling, they've all talked about their families and stuff and talked about personal things. Like, I'm assuming that Kat has asked and Dino's just been like, no. And Dino's just been like, I have Chomper.
I think for a long time
Or
would have been
ask
the
Champ
case,
or
but,
ask
but ever
Chomper.
since for the long time that might be the case, but then as soon as like Dino and his parents met up and actually made up, and now they're on really good terms again, he would mention that yes, he has a mom and dad. I've grown up in Magmar, and
Like, Kat knew that,
I
but
love
she's
the
still going
pieces.
to be like, tell me everything. Because for the point still stands that for the longest time, all she knew about was he had Chomper.
Hi, Lord Chopper McChopperson to you, Cat.
I'm sorry. Hi, Lord. Like, you have to understand that for the longest time, the only thing we knew about Dino was that he had Chomper. How did he get? I'm sorry. Hi, Lord Chomper. How did Chomper get there? Don't know. That's all we knew. And then Lily came along. He finally started opening up, but like I said, he's like a little brother to me. I need to know everything. What was his favorite food growing up? Did he have a favorite drink? Like, oh, what was the name of his favorite stuffed animal? Was it also Chomper? Are there any like cute little stories of him like doing something silly? If you had to describe him to your friends, what would it be? Pretend like essentially like pretend he just brought his girlfriend over to meet you. What stories would you tell her?
Are you trying to say something, Kat?
Kat may have had an agreement with Shalish.
Damn it.
Once again, Dino's father is struggling to process
record,
everything you're asking, and
Yeah.
he simply says, "Listen, I'm sure you're all very nice people, and I'm sure you want to know everything about our son, but you need to understand that we were not on the terms that we are on now back
Kat puts
then,
blackberry brandy on the table.
and
Kat just like silently pulls out blackberry brandy from her bag of holding and puts it on the table.
you know, I know that Dino would often get teased for his just incredibly deep love for dinosaurs. People would joke that, you know, he was obsessed, or that his ideas of going out adventuring and becoming friends with dinosaurs were delusional. And, you know, I, as a father,
Wait,
I never.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold up. You named your child Dino Sorensen, and then were shocked that he was fascinated
I
by
didn't.
dinosaurs.
I didn't say I was shocked.
I was like, hold up, back up a minute. What did you think was gonna happen?
I'm simply saying that as a father, I didn't make the effort to connect with him on that level as much as I needed to. And so
Honestly, I just kind of assumed that he got a love of dinosaurs from you.
maybe he did. I mean, I'm, you know, from being honest, I'm still not completely sure myself. But
Kat pulls out another bottle of blackberry brandy.
oh, thank you. One is enough.
Honey, this one's for me.
I pull out some blackberry pastries for me and Dad to share.
Kat just looks at Dad and goes, "This one's for me."
He looks over at Dino and says, "Thank you, son."
And Kat apologizes, like, "Look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you in a tough spot. I'm just very excited to meet you, as Dino is a good friend of mine. We tease each other, we joke around, but he is a good friend of mine. I was excited to try to learn more about him.
I appreciate that.
I'm unable to see my parents, unfortunately, due to situations beyond my control.
Oh, well, I hope that that gets sorted soon because, you know, for someone like me who is trying, but, you know, given Dino's sort of new life, it's difficult to make up for the lost time. And I only hope that you get that opportunity someday too.
I was very close to my parents growing up, so I do too.
Well, then you will. You'll find a way. If you've been around Dino this long, then you must be pretty smart. And he actually kind of like ribs Dino as he's saying that, because he just says Dino needs he says Dino needs some smart people in his life.
So are you saying that your son is hard to live with?
Well, as a child, you know, admittedly a bit. I mean,
As a child?
You know, a kid doesn't just run away from home for no reason. But
Wait, he ran away? Wait, hold up.
yeah,
Time out. Did Cat know
that
that?
about Dino. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
I
Cat
mean, in my
goes, honestly,
defense,
I thought
most
he made.
kids are hard to live with. In my
Cat,
defense.
Cat honestly just looks at him and goes, I thought he made that up so he wouldn't have to tell us anything.
No, he actually did run off.
I will say that I think you guys tried to do the best you could by him, and he has turned out to be a wonderful man, even if he's annoying and stubborn and petty.
Stubborn is a great quality to have. Thank you very much.
I see. There it is again.
Here's
Oh.
what again?
And likes to make fun of others' relationships.
Your stubbornness, clearly.
Regret nothing.
Yeah, you never did.
Fair enough.
Oh, I think he regrets something.
Oh, what would he
I
be
mean,
regretting?
you were just bragging about me and my girlfriend, but I think there's some regret there because then I didn't shut up, and I still won't. Have I told you about my girlfriend? She's awesome. She makes armor. She makes weapons and armor for a living, and she's awesome.
He was like visibly shaking, trying not to make fun of Cat.
Cat. By the way, Cat is doing this on purpose to push Dino's buttons.
Yeah, I figured.
Ah, damn it! Must resist.
She's also gorgeous. Although there was that one time with the tiefling. Did he tell you about that? He didn't let that one go either.
Oh, I hadn't.
Wouldn't it
I
make
think
fun
he
of you
was
for the
just
tiefling?
jealous.
Time out! When did I ever make fun of you for the tiefling?
Cat just keeps going. She is ignoring him and be like, he is very attuned to things that are none of his business. And she has this whole ass smile on her face, making it clear that she is like not actually mad at him. She's just saying this to push his buttons.
His father gets a little bit wide-eyed once the tiefling is brought up.
He was human before that. It's complicated. We kind of reincarnated him.
We is too
Oh.
It's
many
also my fault that he died.
Yes, of
We
course.
is too many people.
So, and Kat just looks at him and is like, I'm sorry to put you in this position, but it is really fun to watch your son squirm.
Dino's like laid back, smiling, just trying to show Cat it doesn't bother him that much.
Meanwhile, he is vibrating.
I'm just vibrating that one time about your girlfriend because my girlfriend specifically told me that I shouldn't mess with you that much in regards to that.
And Kat is egging him on. So Kat does apologize to his dad. Like, I'm really sorry. This is just fun. Because I know he's trying to, like, be good. And, like I said, we like to tease each other. And it's a lot of fun to watch him squirm. Like, she is whispering this to him.
Dino hears all.
Please tell me he says out loud, Dino hears all.
Yes.
As, like, Kat is whispering this to her dad.
I roll on my sweet perception to try to hear it just for funsies.
Doesn't care if he hears.
Yeah, go
She
ahead.
is just trying to assure your father that she is
Silence.
not trying to be crass on that she's usually not this crass. She's just trying to fuck with you.
Oh, I rolled a 5. That's depressing.
Oh no, it's only a
Cute.
33.
It's only a
Three.
33. The horror.
Anyway,
I mean, your hearing's
What
pretty
is-
good, man.
what is
It's pretty
Dino's
good.
dad's response to knowing that, like, you know, Kat is fucking with him? Or Kat is fucking with his son.
He's getting a good laugh out of it. He's after getting some of those things off of his chest, he's noticeably more jovial in conversation. It could also be the blackberry brandy, but I digress.
But yeah, Cat is just having fun.
At this point, the meal is ready for everybody. There is a full-on roasted turkey with all the fixins, potatoes, greens.
That sounds delicious.
Yep.
Yeah, mom's
So-
cooking was the best. The only thing, and I would argue that mom's cooking was the only thing that can even rival Amako's.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
agree.
It's not quite like a full Thanksgiving spread, but there's there's a lot of tasty sides to go with the meat.
Cat
Yeah, it's
offers
mama's
to help
cooking.
bring out the food.
Yeah, and Dino's mother, she says, "Oh, thank you so much," and happily accepts the help and getting everything situated for all of you. It's a bit of a makeshift situation as their table uh, may not be quite big enough to seat everybody, but
Cade happily plops on the floor
yeah, they
right next to Chomper and just any other of the animals and just goes, I'm happy here, it's fine.
one way or another, everything gets sorted.
Yay.
So you guys enjoy a meal. You also
Cat is
enjoy.
delighted to learn about like baby Dino, like Dino before he could talk.
BB Dino!
Yeah, and you get some stories, but I mean, again, like his parents
Like,
unfortunately were not quite as
Yeah, Cat makes an effort to make it clear she wants to hear about baby Dino. Like, baby. Like, I don't know how big Dino was a baby. I'm assuming like normal human-sized baby.
yeah, more or less normal.
He's always been a beefy boy.
Yeah, maybe a bit bigger than normal, but not extremely so.
So yeah, Cat is like,
I could beat any baby in an arm wrestling competition back in the day. Mark my words.
Cat's like, I want to hear about baby Dino, and I mean baby Dino, like with a rattle sucking his thumb.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you get.
And Cat kind of side eyes his mom. Goes, I kind of promised his girlfriend I'd come back with stories for her.
And yeah, at that mention again, she looks towards Dino and she says, "Well, when do we get to meet this girlfriend?"
Well, Mom, after we save the world and kick a certain wizard who I told you about, Runelord, whatever the fuck his name is, as soon as I kick his ass. Because we are
that hurt.
kicking his ass!
Also, her dad kind of doesn't like him.
Oh no, he's an asshole.
I mean, that's true, but it
is
does make it a little bit more difficult. Because you did the thing I told you not to do.
Regret nothing.
Wait,
Of course you
what
don't.
what was the thing that you told him not to do?
Fuck Shaylish.
Oh.
I just look at
Cat
Lily.
whispers this to her. She does not say this out loud in front of his parents.
Mhm. Of course.
I want to make this clear. She whispers that to Lily. She does not like just shout it out in front of his parents.
Oh.
Yep, understood.
I see. Lily just giggles.
Conspiring against me. What did I ever do to
Well,
deserve
maybe if you listen to your elders once in a while.
What do you say, old lady?
I'm only 2 years older than you. And honestly, I'm taking
Old.
old lady as a compliment because somehow you have the same maturity as my youngest brother. He's 12.
And yet, can your youngest brother take on dragons, monsters, or whatever to keep them away from you?
No, because he's 12.
Exactly. Therefore, I am better.
Cade's struggling to keep a straight face looking at this banter. And then turns to Dino's parents and just says, thank you so much for this lovely meal. I'm sorry for their fucking... Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry, because you're probably used to this. This was childhood for you. It's just echoing through your halls once again.
Out of character, I do have to at some point sit down and actually like map out Cat's siblings and their ages.
That would be cool.
That's fine. Good night, Rob. I mean, we'll wrap
Night.
up. We'll wrap up after this anyway. So, you guys, like I said, you enjoy your meal, you enjoy your conversations. Kat gets some stories. Although not quite as embarrassing as you hoped for.
It's okay. She has enough to give to Shayla to be like, here's the deets.
For the most part, her mom or his mom really just explains that like Dino was actually like pretty good as a baby. Wasn't very wasn't that difficult, or at least not as much as you were probably expecting him to be.
Kat is just kind of sitting there like, I'm sorry, are we talking about the same Dino? Are you sure he didn't get switched out at some point?
I'm quite sure. My Dino was a good baby at least. Then of course once his fascination grew too big, and as he began to learn about the world a little bit and how things work in this city, and how close we are with some of the leadership, that's when the trouble started. And looking back on it now, of course, there's no two ways about it. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. But at the end of it all, we're just glad that he's home, and we're glad that we're on good terms now, and we will make up for the lost time however we can.
I promise.
So then, yeah, through the night, like I said, you guys enjoy your food and drink with Dino's parents. Much like with Lily's mom and brother, they invite you to stay the night there. Um, if it's all right by everybody else, I will time skip us ahead at the start of next session to when all the items are ready, and then we can fill in the gaps in the group chat in between.
Sounds fantastic.
Okay.
That's good.
So with that, we're going to wrap the session here. As I haven't necessarily gotten answers from everybody on this yet, but I'm just going to get ahead of it. We're going to be off next week because next week is Easter. Let everyone do their things with their families, whatever it is that everybody has going on. This way, nobody has to worry about showing up at our call time for the session, and hopefully we don't have any more drama surrounding that as well. But we will be back in 2 weeks on the 16th, where we will begin the final chapter of the campaign. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm hoping to get enough prep done to really start it off with the bang that it deserves. And of course, to all of you playing, all of you at home, I know that these particular types of sessions aren't the most exciting, but thank you for bearing with us. And yeah, looking forward to what's to come in a couple weeks. So until then, hopefully everyone is enjoying the start of spring. Hopefully the weather gets a bit nicer soon. It's starting to appear, thankfully. But yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. We hope you have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.